Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having another How Good Is test. And this time we are testing, according to some of your words, some bad units. And I kind of failed to make the connection with Iberian Infantry and bad unit because it's entirely feasible to actually beat the long campaign with Iberian Infantry only. So, I mean, they can beat Urban Cohort, perhaps not one-on-one, but still. So, okay. Let's see how they will fare against a Horde over here. Okay, rather nice beginning. Perhaps we could inflict some more casualties over there. And let's see if we could get a chain route going. We need to have some flanking forces. Out of our way. Okay, it seems it was fun until it lasted. We managed to catch a couple of them by surprise. Okay. I guess we need to make another try. I think the beginning was rather nice, but yeah, perhaps we should try to keep the units more together. But I think I need to take this result up as well, because that might actually be the best we are going to get. I guess so much for my speeches about being able to conquer the whole map with these guys. We might have a bit of a time, because I think they want to form a proper line before yeah. And since we will probably lose the battle, let's try to inflict some more casualties before moving against the next target. I mean, if we could catch that one from the rear, I think we could actually perhaps rout both of these. Because their formation is absolutely not good. On the other hand, we are starting to get winded. Okay, that was some nice charge. But yeah, I think we are in for the battle in earnest at the moment, and we are going to get surrounded. So now let's see about the courage of our guys. We are not going to break this time as easily as the last time, I think, because our general is here in the middle or in the fray. Okay, so much for that. I guess we will give it still another try, as we try to kind of play this as we should be playing. Meaning, well, actually we did better here. Let's see one final attempt where we try to just weather the storm. So basically a shield formation. Let's see how we will do. And this time we are not winded or tired. So that's at least something. And there they come. That's beginning to look like a proper pajama party. Shaken, steady, steady, steady. I think we need to blow the horn as fast as we can. Yeah, I think this is actually the best way to go. We are beginning to get surrounded. Oh! They are beginning to break. We might be able to actually cause a chain rout. 2 of them breaking. 3, 4. If we just could get the general to run, we might have this one.
The enemy general flees like a frightened child. Now attack and break the will of his followers.
So let's send this guy to hunt them down. And then these guys to break the rest of them.
The enemy general has been killed. Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
So is that last one still fighting? Let's see if we could get a flank. Okay. I mean,
You have won
wow.
a significant victory, although your soldiers nearly allowed the enemy to win.
So, as I was saying at the beginning about conquering the whole map with Iberian Infantry only, so that's entirely doable. So about that, engaging Urban Cohorts with Iberian Infantry only, perhaps, just perhaps, 3 might be a bit too much against 4 of Iberians. But we will see what we can achieve. Okay, yeah, this is going to hurt. And it's going to hurt bad.
Your general shames himself and your people. No excuses can be made.
And
for fleeing
that's
like
going to
this.
break those.
Defeat
Yeah.
is a bitter taste, made all the worse when it is clearly a defeat.
Yeah, that was quite clear defeat. So, if you didn't know, just don't go against Urban Cohort with Iberian Infantry. I think we actually learned in previous test that charging might be the best way to go against cavalry with infantry, because the AI might not charge properly, and thus we might have some. Okay, well, so much for that. Yeah,
Defeat is
that
a bitter
was
taste, made all the worse when it is clearly a defeat.
a clear defeat. I don't think we will fare any better if we stand still, because, well, they will just break on contact. Okay, let's see how we will do against missile units. I'm a bit worried that actually some of these guys might have better melee stats than we do. And they are firing at us. And some of our troops are already wavering. Yeah. I guess we can lessen the pain by speeding up things a bit. And that's only 3 casualties inflicted. That's painful. And out of those 3, they actually shot 2 of their own guys, so we inflicted only 1 casualty. And speaking of pain, I think we are going to learn something new about pain rather soon. Let's actually try to see if we could catch one of the enemies next to a map border. Okay. And it's time to ease the pain
General is fleeing from the
once
enemy.
again.
This is a black.
Yeah, that was a black day. Okay, I think actually our best bet over here is to try to get into melee as fast as possible. So perhaps we could inflict some damage on those town watches before these rout. There comes the cavalry. Okay. Not perhaps foiled enough by the town watch over there. And they are not even suffering any casualties over there. But yeah, it seems that even on very hard, Iberian Infantry can pretty much go head to head against town watch, but
Has chosen cowardice and runs away.
That's pretty much about it.
Soldiers fight for such a creature.
And
Defeat
that's
is a
it.
bitter taste, made all the worst when it is clearly a defeat.
Yeah, that was clear. So, overall, Iberian Infantry got 98 out of 600 points from battles, and most of those came from beating the Eastern Infantry Horde. So, otherwise, it was rather, how to put it, miserable performance from the guys. But to offset the poor battle performance somewhat is the requirements. So the unit costs 240, so really cheap. However, regarding that cheapness, it only goes so far. The upkeep of the unit is 170, and I think if one compares the unit quality to the costs, that upkeep is really, really high, because you can get some heavy cavalry units with lower upkeep. So yeah, by the way, from the cost, the unit gets 42 points out of 50, from the upkeep 65 out of 50. The requirements are tier 2 barracks, so that's 80 points, and the training time is 1 turn, so that's 100 points. Overall, 287 out of 400. That's thus the total score of the unit is 385 out of 1000, making it by far the worst unit tested thus far. And overall, perhaps one should, about summarizing the unit, perhaps one should say that one just doesn't train Iberian infantries. There are so many better units for Spain or for Carthage, so yeah, just don't make Iberian infantries. They are bad. Of course, this was on very hard difficulty, all of these tests, so perhaps on normal they might fare somewhat better, there is that, but yeah, not really great unit. But yeah, that's everything for today. So what do you think about Iberian Infantry? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. And very special thanks to existing channel members Napoleon Complex, Kosakusar, Mark Anthony, Bluey Eye Wolf. Your support is greatly treasured. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.